Salamat po sa mga taong nagbabahagi ng salita ng Diyos sa social media. Lagi ninyong sineshare yung mga homily namin dito. Salamat sa inyo. Baka hindi ninyo alam, yung binabahagi ninyo na salita ng Diyos ay nakapagbibigay ng liwanag sa isang taong dumaraan sa dilim.
Magandang tanghali po sa inyong lahat. My dear friends, we are on the Saturday of the 9th week in Ordinary Time, the memorial of the Blessed Virgin Mary. We live in a world obsessed with appearances, how we look, how we sound, how we are perceived. People want to look handsome, to look successful, look strong, and even look holy. But in today's gospel, Jesus is not looking at appearances. He is looking at the heart. Hindi siya nakatingin sa mga panglabas na anyo. Ang kanyang tinitignan ang nilalaman ng ating puso. And so he sees the scribes in their long robes, enjoying attention, honor, and recognition. Then, he notices a poor widow, almost invisible to everyone else, dropping in 2 small coins. At ang mundo, ang mata ng mundo, ang papupurihan nila, yung mga eskriba at pariseyo. Pero si Jesus iba ang pagtingin. Ang hindi napapansin, yung poor widow, siya ang kanyang pinapupurihan. Why? Because God is not impressed by what is outward. He is moved by what is true. Kaya may 3 paalala ang ebanghelyo natin ngayong araw na ito. Ang unang paalala, beware of a faith that performs but does not surrender. Yung mga eskriba at pariseyo, they look religious, but their religion had become a performance. They wanted to be seen, praised, and honored. Outwardly, they seemed devout, but inwardly, they were empty. And that is the danger for us too. We can pray, serve, give, and attend Mass, and still make faith about ourselves. Pwedeng gumagawa ka ng mabuti, gumagawa ka ng tama, pero hindi talaga yon para bigyang papurihan ng Diyos, kundi para papurihan ng iyong sarili. We can do the right things, but for the wrong reasons. We can appear close to God, while our hearts remain far from Him. Mukha ka lang malapit sa Diyos, mukha ka lang banal, pero ang puso mo talaga malayo sa Kanya. Ang puso mo talaga ay punong-puno ng dungis ng kasalanan. Kaya nga mga minamahal kong kapatid, tandaan natin, hindi lahat ng mukhang banal ay tunay na banal. Not everything that looks holy is truly holy. Remember, God is not asking us to impress Him. He is asking us to belong to Him. Yan yung unang babala sa atin. Beware of a faith that performs but does not surrender. Pangalawa, true offering is measured not by size, but by sacrifice. In the gospel, the widow gives 2 small coins. Humanly speaking, almost nothing. 2 barya lang. Ano ang kwenta nun? But Jesus says, she gave more than all the others. And why? Because the others gave from their surplus. This poor widow gave from her poverty. They gave what was easy. She gave what was costly. Kaya siya yung tinitingala ni Jesus. Dahil yung kanyang paghahandog ay hindi nakabase sa laki ng kanyang ibinigay, kundi ito'y nakabase sa laki ng kanyang puso at sakripisyo sa kanyang pagbibigay. That is how God sees. He does not first ask how much. Hindi tinatanong ng Diyos magkano binigay. He is asking how much love you put into your giving, how much trust was in it, how much sacrifice was in it. Hindi yung halaga ng binigay, kundi yung kaakibat na pagmamahal sa pagbibigay, kaakibat na pagtitiwala sa pagbibigay, kaakibat na pagsasakripisyo sa pagbibigay. That is why even small acts become great before God as long as you put love into it. Siguro katulad ng isang nanay na kahit pagod na, pinagsisilbihan pa rin yung kanyang mga anak na pasaway, or a worker staying honest in a dishonest environment, or a person choosing to forgive even when it is still hurting, or someone showing up to Mass, carrying pain, but still trusting the Lord. Yan yung mga halimbawa ng mga maliliit na pag-aalay, pero napakalaki sa mata ng Diyos. Kasi may kaakibat na pagmamahal, pagtitiwala, at pagsasakripisyo. Tandaan natin, sa Diyos, hindi laki ng handog ang mahalaga, kundi lalim ng pag-ibig. Before God, what matters is not the size of the gift, but the depth of our love. True offering is measured not by size, but by sacrifice. Kaya yung panghuli, let us trust God because the heart given to Him is never wasted. Magtiwala ka sa Diyos kasi basta binigay mo ang puso mo sa Kanya, ang pagmamahal mo sa Kanya, ang lahat-lahat ng nasa iyo, walang tapon, walang masasayang. As said in the gospel, the widow gave her whole livelihood. That means she did not only give money, she gave her security, her control, her future. She placed everything in God's hands. And that is the deepest challenge of the gospel. God does not want our leftovers. He does not want the spare corners of our time, attention, and love. He wants our heart, all of it. Hindi pwedeng ang ibigay mo sa Diyos patingi-tingi, pakonti-konti, kalahati, o tira-tira. Katulad noong poor widow, let us give our all to God. For when we do that, nothing will go to waste, and all the more we will be blessed by the Lord. Kasi nga, real love always costs something. Real faith always involves trust. And real discipleship always means surrender. Ang Diyos ay hindi humihingi ng tira, hinihingi niya ang puso. God does not ask for leftovers. He asks for a total heart. Kaya sa misang ito, the gospel asks us a very direct question. Are we giving God our image, or are we giving Him our heart? Because in the end, the holiest people are not always the most noticed. Often, they are the hidden ones, the ones who quietly trust, quietly sacrifice, and quietly surrender. Therefore, stop performing, stop calculating, stop giving God only what is convenient. Give Him your real heart. Give Him your hidden struggle. Give Him your small but costly yes. Kung ano ang maliit sa paningin ng mundo, maaaring dakila sa mata ng Diyos. What seems small in the eyes of the world may be great in the eyes of God. Amen.